Our final guest in this section also tackled manufacturing challenges, streamlining the process from sales to delivery using the SOLIDWORKS platform. Doesn't everyone wish you could just take an idea on paper and make it real, not just quickly, but also accurately? So let's take a look at how Viscon Group makes this happen. And then Michael Buckley, Partner Sales Manager, 3DEXPERIENCE Works, and Ton van Gilst, Business Information Manager from Viscon Group, will explain more.
Continuously changing sectors. In vertical farming, hatchery automation, insect farming, reforestation, hydroponics, greenhouse growing, factory intelligence, and intralogistics.
So, it's a pretty big crowd, right? We were talking yesterday.
Pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit of plant layout, factory flow, simulation, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have been using 3DEXPERIENCE Works for the last 3 years, almost 4. Talk about that journey and how you started into that.
Well, thanks for the question, Mike. Good morning, everyone. So a couple years ago, we as a company noticed that our clients were getting bigger. And the project that we were doing were also getting bigger. And with bigger projects, it's just almost impossible to do all of that in CAD. In gigantic layouts such as these, you just can't match with the details and it just crashes. And you need supercomputers to make it work. So we decided to start looking at software that could actually help us with these large-scale projects so that we could actually do the normal engineering in the layouts, in the software, and have good performance so that all our engineers would still be happy working. And after a search, we found the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, and now we're using the plant layout design app there to make our new layouts, and everyone is using it from the start. So we begin at the sales process. First, we did 2D CAD. Now it's changed to 3D as well. So all across the entire company, these 3D layouts, everyone is working in the same ecosystem, and this is helping us move forward a lot faster than we previously did.
So when you talk about everybody using the platform, you talk a little bit about performance. What does that journey look like of transition? Because one day you're doing everything over here, and now you're doing it enterprise-wide. How does that process sort of look of how you get people to adopt it?
Yeah, so first, of course, we ran a pilot with a couple projects, and you start off with a small-scale project, and then you increase it, basically. And after the pilot, we tested everything. So we did interviews with people, like what are you currently doing, what tasks are you performing? And after that, we made these task descriptions, and we tested all of that throughout the software. And after this, it's basically determining who gets which license, which role, and you give the engineers and the sales engineers and the project managers, you give them the trainings, and after that, it's just basically waiting for the first project to get ordered by our customers, for the project to get into operation, and then, well, the magic basically unfolds itself.
Okay, that seems pretty simple.
It always seems simple. Yeah.
So when we were looking at this image the other day, it brought back memories of when I used to do this type of stuff. Can we talk a little bit about the value of seeing things in 3D and seeing this layout with the detail that's in it? Can you explain a little bit about some of the advantages you got from that?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing is probably that in 2D, you only see the top view. So anything where you have these conveyors going on angles, walking through each other, basically, with still products going over them, it's often happened to us that there is a small miscalculation in height, for example. And these sort of mistakes have just been greatly reduced with this new software, because as you can see, you don't need to skip out on any of the details. So you can still have, when you need to use high legs, low legs, when you need to build a platform. Additionally, all of this equipment that you see, it's all parametric, and these parameters are built in by our engineers, which has made it tough for our sales guys to offer stuff that we don't have in-house, which also helps reduce mistakes on that side. And all in all combined, it makes it so that these layouts have, it's suitable for everyone. So we start at sales, we go to project office, PLC software, electrical, everyone is using the same layout throughout all the way to the service department.
Sales guys overpromising. I don't think that ever happens, does it?
No, not at our company. No.
Now, when we look at this image here, it was sort of interesting. You and I were talking about this. You were telling me that this is a fully detailed model. It's not dumbed down for sales or processing or anything else. Can you talk a little bit about the advantage of being able to use the platform for very large, complex components and assemblies?
Yeah, so for most of the testing that we did with other software, it was always a requirement to basically have a separate library with simplified models to build these large-scale layouts. And with this, it's no longer necessary. So we actually use these engineering models straight from SolidWorks, and we just put them in these plant layout designs. And it's like one-on-one, and there is no performance issues with these large assemblies, even if you put in a point cloud or an entire BIM model with all the details. And this is what I get back from all the engineers, is that the performance is amazing compared to what we've previously tried and used.
So that helps, right? It saves a couple steps where you have to manage all that?
It takes steps, yeah.
So as we look at what the future brings and what your next steps are to continue to evolve and be a leader in your space, what's your next steps and plans?
So after this, now we have the static layout for the plans. And this is the beauty of the platform. There's always more roles, more things you can discover and explore. And the next step for us is going to be simulation. So we want to actually be able to run all of this layout and actually simulate the real-time performance of it, find bottlenecks, help customers optimize their product flow throughout their facilities. And this is also possible, of course, for our service department with our existing customers. Yeah.
So a lot more value add, a lot more control, bringing everyone into a single source of truth, right?
Exactly, yes, yeah.
Perfect. So thank you so much. We're going to go back and talk more manufacturing. If you want to come see more about what we're doing and how these things work, please come by the shop floor and the playground.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.